Okay, in order to start talking about charging here, we should look at what actually comes with the Tesla when you buy it. So you're going to get this hilarious plug that goes into your standard household outlet. Now, I have never used this. I think it only gets a couple of kilometers an hour, 3 or 4 kilometers an hour. Let's just say this is useless unless you're in a total pinch, or you have multiple days to charge your car, or you are honestly somebody who does not drive a ton. You're just driving in town and you just keep it plugged in the second you're home. This can actually work for that. But overall, say if you had this plugged in and you are running the heat to preheat the car or something like that, it's not going to charge the battery. So let's just put this in the trunk where it belongs. Okay. It's also going to come with this version 2 of the charging port. Now, this thing here is really good because it does have an adaptable setting so that you're able to put different plugs in there. And that gets me going to what I ended up purchasing. So I bought this adapter, which is the NEMA 1450 adapter. And as you can see, it just plugs in here. And then it's able to work right away off a 1450 plug. Now, how much did that plug cost? Okay, so as you can see in my garage, I have quite a bit of space, but I want to make sure that the charging was on the right side, just in case. I know the cables are long, but whatever. The other part here is that every foot of cable that you have a distance between your power box and between your plug is going to be more money. Okay, so basically what he did here was he installed this, the electrician installed this 50 amp breaker, double breaker there, and then also this NEMA 1450 plug. Now the cost actually wasn't too bad. The total cost was $300 Canadian, or you could times that by 0.70 if you want for US dollar conversion. But overall, it's going to be different wherever you are. Every state and province has different electricity rates, different electrician rates, or general trades. So you're really going to have to look in your area. But for me in British Columbia and Canada, it cost me $300 pretty much with taxes and change to put in that plug and to put in the breakers and all the wiring that goes with that. So not a huge additional cost. Now, the other option I would have had was to put the actual main Tesla Powerwall in there, which would have got me an additional, say, 17 kilometers to 20 kilometers an hour of charging. But the cost is so much more because I would have paid about $600 for the unit plus $300-400 for the install of that. So I would have been at $1,000 instead of $300 just to get a bit more. And I will show you from my perspective anyways that the NEMA 1450 is a great solid solution with not a lot of cost to doing it. So let's take a look at what charging rates I'm getting with this. Okay, now one thing to note about this plugging setup is that you don't want to plug it in and out all the time. These plugs are not designed for that like your standard household plug. So one thing you can do is you can pop it out from the adapter point and then take it with you with your other plug and adapter if you want. That is totally feasible to leave just this plug in there in the NEMA 1450 with the breaker off. Now the first thing you want to do before plugging this in is to shut off power. That's vitally important. Kill the power before we stick our hands near this plug. So I'm going to place it in and then just give it a good shove and then it's in. Okay, so once it's in there, breaker's back on and you will see the unit is starting up now. And it's good to go. That is it. It's basically checked for a ground and made sure the power is good. And now we can take a look at what charge rates we're getting. Okay, try to make sure this isn't too tangled up. You want to have not a lot of tension on there, and then we are good to go there. And again, I'm going to pull that out and unwind a little bit. You have plenty of cable that comes with this, like it is quite a bit. And as you can see there now, we are getting juice. Okay, so we'll leave that open so we get our lights there. And as you can see, I just have it set to, 80%. So we can see this charge rate and everything's coming through and it's showing 46. I've seen 47, 48 kilometers an hour working well there. So again, it's only
it's not far off. I'm only seeing like what, a 14-kilometer difference right now from the 60 kilometers an hour that you get off of the Tesla charging wall. And to me personally, that's not worth an extra $700 and maybe even a more intense install. And the other part is that with this setup, this is pretty portable. Like that plug I can take with me, and then at the next, say, if we're at a different house or something like that, it's easy to put in another plug in the garage, and then we still get the resale value of being able to advertise this house with a EV universal charging plug, really. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You're getting 46 kilometers an hour off the NEMA 1450. Now, again, for this charging setup, around $300 plus. Let's be realistic here. There was also a $36 charge for that little adapter for the NEMA 1450 plug for your standard charging hardware. Now, this is limited to 32 amps, and that's for safety reasons. The old ones were 40 amps, and they had some overheating problems and stuff like that off the plug. But again, from what you guys just saw, it is more than enough charging. Now, what is this in real world? So in reality, you're looking at just about a bit more than 10 hours. If you're at a dead empty battery and you want to go full to 100%, you're looking at 10 hours, or just over 10 hours. But the thing is that it's very, very rare that you're going from 0 to 100. So in the average day, when I get home anyways, if I've been doing, say, an hour of driving, then it's probably going to be about an hour of charging time at this current rate, because in the city, I'm not going 100 kilometers an hour, and I'm regenning a bit, and that's just my average so far personally. So the most I've seen every night, with even us going out of town coming back, is 2 or 3 hours at a most for charging this. And with the new setup that you're going to be able to do on the next update for doing a charging to be ready for the time that you're leaving, that the departure-based charging times, you're going to have a hot battery and a hot car ready to go by the time you leave. So we'll be tracking that as well. But yeah, overall, the NEMA 1450 plug is more than enough for your Tesla Model 3 performance. And I don't know exactly how that would do on other Teslas. Obviously, the rate is going to be about the same, but again, I can't see you needing more than this unless you're in a rush to charge. And who knows, this might even be healthier for the battery in the long run.
Well, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching this video. We honestly absolutely love our Tesla. It's our first EV, and we were sold immediately. And I enjoy doing videos on it because when I was researching Tesla and trying to get to know my car while I was ordering it as well, YouTube paid off huge for getting to know this thing and all those great resources. So I'm happy to pay it back. It'd be great if you guys subscribed, and I've also left my referral link if you're thinking about buying a Tesla and this did help you. Thanks for watching so much. See you guys next time.